kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
In the bustling town of Willowbrook, nestled in a valley surrounded by rolling green hills, life was a mix of joy and struggle. The townsfolk were hard-working and kind, but like any community, they faced their share of challenges. Among them was a young boy named Ethan, who was known for his quiet nature and shy demeanor. Ethan was often overlooked, his voice drowned out by the louder, more confident children in town. He spent most of his days reading books in the library or wandering the cobblestone streets, dreaming of a world where he could be brave and make a difference. Ethan's life changed one fateful afternoon when he stumbled upon an old dusty shop tucked away in a forgotten corner of Willowbrook. The shop was called Mira's Marvels, and its windows were filled with trinkets and oddities. Curious, Ethan pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside. The shop was dimly lit, with shelves crammed full of strange objects, ancient clocks, glowing crystals, and peculiar artifacts from far-off lands. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman with kind eyes and a warm smile. Her name was Mira, and she had a way of making Ethan feel at ease. "Welcome, young one," Mira said, her voice soft but filled with wisdom. Ethan blinked in surprise. "You have?" Mira nodded and gestured for him to follow her. She led him to a corner of the shop where a beautiful cape hung on a wooden mannequin. The cape was deep blue, with silver threads woven into intricate patterns that seemed to shimmer like starlight. Ethan felt an inexplicable pull toward it, as if the cape was calling to him. "This," Mira said, "is the cape of kindness. It's no ordinary cape. It has the power to grant its wearer empathy and courage, allowing them to understand the hearts of others and act with true selflessness. But it chooses its wearer carefully. Only someone with a pure heart can wield its magic." Ethan's eyes widened. "Do you think it would choose me?" Mira smiled. "Why don't you try it on and see?" With trembling hands, Ethan took the cape from the mannequin and draped it over his shoulders. The moment it touched him, he felt a warm, tingling sensation spread through his body. It was as if the cape had come alive, wrapping him in a comforting embrace. Suddenly, he felt a surge of confidence and clarity, as though he could see the world in a whole new light. "It has chosen you," Mira said, her eyes twinkling. "But remember, the cape's power comes from kindness. Use it wisely, and it will guide you." Ethan left the shop with the cape fluttering behind him. Feeling like a different person, Ethan felt brave, not just for himself, but for others. He knew the cape had given him a gift, and he was determined to use it to make Willowbrook a better place. Ethan's first test came sooner than he expected. On his way home, he encountered a group of older boys who were known for bullying the younger children. They were teasing a small girl named Lily. Ethan's heart ached as he watched, and he felt the cape's magic stir within him. "Leave her alone," Ethan said, stepping forward. His voice was steady, though his knees were shaking. The bullies turned to him, smirking. "What are you going to do about it, shrimp?" one of them sneered. Ethan took a deep breath and felt the cape's warmth envelop him. He looked at the bullies, and for the first time saw not just their cruelty, but the pain behind it. One of the boys, named Jake, had a father who was often harsh and critical. Another, named Tom, struggled with feelings of inadequacy because he had trouble in school. Ethan realized that their bullying was a way of masking their own insecurities. Instead of lashing out, Ethan spoke softly. "I know you're not really mean. You're just hurting inside. But hurting others won't make you feel better. It just makes everything worse." The bully stared at him, stunned. Jake's smirk faded, and he looked down at the ground, Tom's face flushed with shame. For a moment, no one spoke. Then, without a word, the bullies turned and walked away. Lily looked up at Ethan with tear-filled eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. Ethan knelt beside her and gently took the broken doll. "Let's fix this together," he said with a smile. He even stood up for a boy who was being teased for wearing hand-me-down clothes. Each time, the cape's magic grew stronger, and Ethan's confidence grew with it. But the cape's true power lay in its ability to inspire others. People began to notice Ethan's selfless actions, and they were moved by his kindness. Soon, others started to follow his example. The baker began giving leftover bread to the homeless. The school children organized a clean-up day for the town square, and even the bullies, who had once tormented others, began to apologize and make amends. One day, Ethan noticed a man sitting alone on a bench, staring at the ground with a look of despair. Ethan approached him and sat down. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. The man sighed. "I lost my job, and I don't know how I'm going to provide for my family. I feel like I've failed them." Ethan felt the cape's magic stir, and he placed a hand on the man's shoulder. The man was overwhelmed with gratitude, and Ethan felt a deep sense of fulfillment. As time went on, Ethan's cape became a symbol of hope and kindness in Willowbrook. People began to call him the hero of kindness, but Ethan always shrugged off the title. "It's not about me," he would say. "It's about all of us. We're stronger when we care for each other." One evening, as the sun set over the hills, Ethan returned to Mira's marvels. Mira was waiting for him, her eyes filled with pride. "You've done well, Ethan," she said. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell, so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.